The number one question I get asked a lot are chickens cost effective to have for your own eggs? I'm going to answer that question in just a second. So I get asked a lot, is it worth it to have chickens and raise eggs? And the short answer I'm going to say is yes. And most of that, people are worried about feed costs. So, and I'm just going on my own experience now. I've got like 70 something layers right now, but back when my kids were young and we just had like a little homestead, I had 4 chickens, and they laid about 2 dozen eggs a week at peak production, and it slacked off in the winter, as you well know. But at the current rate of what I'm buying feed, about $14 for 50 pounds. If you had 2 dozen eggs a week, and that's what you would get from 4 chickens, your feed would last you a little over 7 weeks. So let's just say 7 weeks just to make it easy. So 7 times 2 is 14 dozen, and that's about $2 a dozen. So at $14 a bag. So, but if you can spend wild on your feed. Now, I know some feed costs upwards of $20-something. It's whatever you want. Now, my feed, I get a high quality from a local feed mill, so that's why mine's kind of cheaper, and I buy a lot of it. So, but you can go where I buy my feed and buy the same feed I get for the same price. So, but that's what I'm saying. You can go crazy with feed prices, but you don't necessarily have to. So, I buy a good quality at a good price, and I get all kinds of good quality eggs. So it's going to cost you about $2 a dozen at 4. It's probably going to be a little less because it's really about like 7.5 weeks you're going to go. So at $2 a dozen, you're really doing good there. Because you go to the store right now, just a factory egg I think is like $1.89, $2.19, somewhere in that range. If you buy a free range or a cage free or these brown green washed eggs, they're upwards of $5 to $8 a dozen. So if you raise your own, you're going to have that for $2. You're going to have a better egg than them for $2 a dozen. So the quick answer I'm going to say is yes. And now I'm not figuring coop cost. You can go expensive. You can go out and buy something that somebody's made at a factory, and them things are kind of pricey, and buy something. But even if you do that, that coop's going to last you 15 years. This one particular coop I have, and I've got 4 coops right now that I move around. They don't stay in one place. But I think they're 3 or 4 years old, and I expect to get a lot more out of them. But most of these I built from reclaimed tin. The tin I reclaimed, and I bought new tubifors to build. So, I ain't got very much money at all in this. Most expensive thing is your wire. So, you could buy an expensive coop, or you can make one out of pallets, or you can build one from scratch. And there's all kinds of plans, and everywhere. If you're living in the city, you have to keep them in a coop. If you live out in the country, you could even just build a little coop and let them free range during the day. Your feed cost is going to go way down. Now, in my particular area, I cannot let mine free range because I got neighbor dogs, stray dogs, coyotes and hawks and raccoons, and everything. Chicken tastes not only good to us, but to them too. So they love to eat chicken. So that's the reason I do my system like I do, and I've got all kinds of videos on the system I use. This video is not about my system, but the price of eggs. And so you got your coop costs, which you can amortize over 15 years, and of course your chicken costs. You can buy chicks, I think $3.50 maybe for a good quality layer. You can raise them from chicks, or you can buy pullets, for like I've seen them for $12, a good quality pullet for $12. I sell my 2-year-olds for $5. So you can go somewhere like that. I see a lot of people selling them from these big chicken houses at lay brown eggs and sell them for $5. So, and they're not bad chickens. They still got a lot of life laying into them. So you can probably, I think the most I've ever had one is probably 4 years, and they laid, you know, fairly good up to that point. And once they get, you know, 4 or 5 years old, it's going to go down. So I've got some that are 2 years old that I'm getting ready to sell. These behind me are like less than one, and I got some that are 1.5. So I try to keep mine staggered, but you know, I sell my eggs. So anyway, your coop and your feed and your chickens and all that. So it's going to come out. You're going to come out a lot better. The main thing, the big thing to me is the quality that you're going to get. You're going to get an A+ quality egg that's got that golden yolk in it, and it's a lot better product. And you'll be able to taste the difference. You'll really be able to taste the difference in an egg that you raised and one that you buy. So next, people are going to say, well, they're going to smell, but if you have a static coop, there's a technique that you can use. You can put like 3 or 4 inches of wood chips in the bottom of your run and throw your feed down there. And when them chickens eat, they'll scratch and they'll bury that manure, and you won't smell it at all hardly. And you know, 3 or 4 years, you'll have some good compost to put on your garden. So that's one way to get rid of the smell. And now they will tie you down because they have to be fed and watered every day. If you had 3 or 4, you know, you could get one of those automatic feeders that might last a day or two and automatic water. So I have done that. So that's a thing to keep in mind. You know, you gotta take care of them things. So they gotta be fed. They don't care if it's raining or it's cold or snowing, or if you're sick, don't feel good, worked over, they don't care. So they have to be fed. So keep that in mind. That's really the biggest drawback that I see, is they really tie you down in a sense. So just keep all them things in mind, and don't let nobody, now if you're not going to raise eggs to hatch, to raise baby chicks, don't get a rooster, because you don't need a rooster for eggs. All they're going to do is eat your food, going to drive your cost up, and they're loud and noisy. You can hear these chickens behind me, they're eating right now. Usually this is as loud as they get. So occasionally when they lay an egg, they'll get a little loud, but I mean, nothing like a rooster. Roosters all the time, all day long, you know, crowing and messing things up. So you don't need a rooster for eggs. So just keep all that in mind. So your feed costs, your coop costs, your chicken costs, you can figure all that out, whatever it is in your area. But my advice to you is, yes, if you want to start raising your own food, like I'm doing a little garden series, raising your own garden, the next thing is you need some protein. Next step is some chickens. Raise your own eggs. And if you can't, you know, seek out at a local farmer where you can buy some good quality eggs like we sell here. We sell from people all over our area here, and you know, it's probably easier just come by if you don't want food with them, or if you don't have if you live in, like, there's a neighborhood up here that don't allow chickens, so they come down here and get them. And I mean, you get some good quality stuff, but you can have a garden anywhere. But the main thing is, you know, just give it a try. You can always sell everything all the time on Marketplace or whatever. People buy it all the time. Get some good quality food for you and your family, and this is what you're looking for right here. Look at this beautiful brown egg. Beautiful, packed full of omega-3, all kinds of vitamins. Okay, you want to have a good solid yolk. I got about 16 eggs today, and this flock's just started laying really good, and I gotta go check my other two. So, but if you want some good quality for eggs, this is what you're looking for. Right here it is. Get you a few chickens, you know, even 3. I would get at least 3. 2's borderline. You know, you'll get about chicken will lay 6 eggs a week, roughly 5 to 6 eggs. So you can figure that out. That'd be about a dozen. 2 chickens will give you a dozen at peak. But if they both go moldy at the same time, or you know, they tend to follow each other a little bit. So I would at least get 3 minimum. That way you have a good fresh supply of eggs for you and your family. But this is a whole lot better quality than you're gonna get at the store, no matter what package you buy at the store. This is gonna be better. You're gonna have a lot better satisfaction, because I mean, I love to come down here and watch them interact with each other, and it's really fascinating. It's relaxing, and I enjoy getting the eggs. It's just something I look forward to every day. So you can get that way. It's a good stress relief. It calms you down, gets you going. So I enjoy it, and you will too. So I hope this was a help. Davis Farmstead, give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. We do a live question and answer and talk every Monday night at 8 p.m. on our YouTube channel. So check us out if you have some questions about chickens, gardens, homesteading, anything that we do. We'll try to answer, try to help. Appreciate you watching. Support your local farmer. See you down here in the next video.